At me. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket, maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll look to throw here. Going left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice 1st down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And some room to maneuver. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's a give to Fournette. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the give, this is their fullback. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll try and get it with Geis. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be fourth down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run for it. Geis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! No, check! Patriot! No, check! Patriot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Over!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. A spin. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot, because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. He was second in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Gun! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Back now at FedEx Field. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
He'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
It's Geis on the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now back to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On the ground, Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They run with Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set, 3-19, 3-19.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
They'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
He's back to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
And here come the Redskins now. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always. Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Redskins, it'll end here on a slightly positive note with a victory, but there weren't many other positives in a season that saw them finish 3-13. And they will enter this offseason with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, yeah, I'm too up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, Oh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now. I got you right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew up right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby. Give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my whip. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got those bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for me. Would love to take you shopping, but cause I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Bar for me. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah.
Gotta hit it with a check. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact, could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue, itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping like Jay Parton at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what I play like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I son them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you have this for me?
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how they make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Every girl on my list.